Samuel Reshevsky. In 1936, Samuel Reshevsky was the first winner of the newly formatted US Championships when it became a round-robin tournament. Samuel learned the game at age 4, shortly after his parents moved to the United States, where they traveled the country supporting their son's amazing talent. Samuel would go on to win the US Championship 8 times from 1936 to 1969. His rivalry with the much younger Bobby Fischer was legendary. Reshevsky had a great run at the US Championships, which he played in an amazing 21 times. Samuel Reshevsky, part of the rich tradition of the US Championships.
Robert James Fischer, Bobby Fischer, is still the most famous name in American chess. A chess prodigy, he won his first of a record 8 US Championships at the age of 14. In 1964, Bobby won with an 11-0 score, the only perfect score in the history of the tournament. Chess was everything to the young Fischer. He dropped out of high school but would teach himself several languages, including Spanish and Russian, so that he could study Russian chess publications. Bobby was a difficult player, both on and off the board, wearing inappropriate clothes and often arguing with chess officials about playing conditions. Through it all, he went on to become world champion in 1972 and held the title until 1975. The Fischer Prize for consecutive wins in the US Championship continues today, and his Fischer random variant is used in many modern tournaments. Bobby Fischer, an American chess legend.
Walter Shawn Browne. After moving to America, Australian-born Walter Browne won the U.S. Championships an amazing 6 times from 1974 to 1983. Walter often found himself in time trouble after long opening move thinks, but it was a habit that served him well in faster time controls. Walter was very competitive, and his intimidating demeanor at the board is often compared to the great Garry Kasparov. Walter Browne entered the U.S. Chess Hall of Fame in 2003 and remains one of the great names in U.S. Championship history.
Yasser Seirawan. Yasser Seirawan is more than just a great commentator on US chess broadcasts for several decades. Among his many accomplishments, he is also a 4-time US champion. Yasser started playing chess at what now could be considered the ripe old age of 12. But success came quickly, and by 19, he would become World Junior Chess Champion. From 1982 to early 2002, Yasser was the highest-rated American player for no less than 19 straight months. He also used his diplomatic skills to try to get the chaotic World Championship back on track. His stories are legendary, and he entertains a vast audience with every appearance on widely watched telecasts. Yasser Seirawan, part of the colorful fabric of the US Championships.
Larry Melvin Evans. Larry Evans won or shared the US Open Championship no less than 4 times. His first championship was in 1951 against the imposing Samuel Reshevsky. Larry became a close associate of fellow American Bobby Fischer, acting as a second for his 1972 match against Boris Spassky. Larry Evans was a well-published chess journalist. Some of his works were controversial, as he sometimes twisted the facts to fit his narrative. From his start as a young chess prodigy, playing on the streets of New York City, to U.S. national champion, Larry Evans is part of the rich history of the U.S. Championships.
Christopher Hikaru Nakamura. By 2005, the U.S. Championships had switched to a Swiss format, and in that year, a 17-year-old Hikaru Nakamura won the first of 5 U.S. Championships in a playoff that included rapid chess. Nakamura is still dominant in fast chess formats and currently ranks at or near the top in both rapid and blitz FIDE ratings. Hikaru credits much of his success to his stepdad, Sunil Weeramantry, who who coached both Hikaru and his brother Asuka as kids. Sunil still accompanies Hikaru to many of his major tournaments. Among his many accomplishments, Hikaru has represented the United States on many Olympiad and team events. There is a whole new generation that knows Hikaru from his famous and very popular live streams, which are bringing chess to a brand new audience. Hikaru Nakamura, 5-time US champion and an American chess icon.
Fabiano Caruana. Fabiano Caruana is on a roll when it comes to the US championships. Starting in 2016, Fabi won no less than 4 championships. A 5th win this year, 4 in a row, would put Fabi in a class with Bobby Fischer for consecutive wins. In 2018, Fabi became only the 2nd American to play in a World Chess Championship since Fischer, a championship he lost to Magnus Carlsen in rapid playoffs. One record that stands out in Caruana's amazing career is his performance at the 2014 Sinquefield Cup, where he won 7 games in a row for a final score of 8.5 points out of 10. Fabiano Caruana remains one of America's highest-rated chess players, and a victory at this US championship would be history-making.
May Karff. The rich history of the U.S. Women's Chess Championship starts with a name you may not be familiar with, but May Karff was a powerhouse player starting in 1938. Mona would go on to win 7 U.S. championships. Born in Russia, Mona was taught chess at age 9 by her father Aviv, a wealthy landowner. By 1950, Mona was one of only 3 American women to gain the title of International Master. Her last win at the 1974 U.S. Women's Championship was separated by 21 years from her previous win in 1953. She gained her final championship at age 66. May Karff, one of the great names in women's American chess.
Gisela Kahn Gresser. Gisela Gresser holds a record that has remained in place since 1969, winner of no less than 9 U.S. Women's Championships. She won her first title in 1944 with a perfect score. Her last title was in 1969 at age 63. In 1950, she was awarded the Women's International Master title and would go on to win in 6 qualifying tournaments for the Women's World Championship. In 1992, Gisela Gresser became the first female member of the U.S. Chess Hall of Fame, and she remains part of the great history of this tournament.
Anna Zatonsky. Anna Zatonsky is a Ukrainian-born American chess player with a long list of victories, including 4 U.S. Women's Championships. One memorable championship win was against then-champion Irina Krush in 2008, where she won in a first-of-its-kind Armageddon match. Anna has played on the U.S. national team in every Women's Olympiad since 2004. At the Olympiad in 2008, she won a gold medal on board 1. With a life devoted to chess, Anna has also found time to be a wife and mother to a son and daughter. Her husband is Grandmaster Daniel Friedman, so chess is a big part of their family. Anna Zatonsky, a regular at the U.S. Women's Championships.
Irina Krush. Irina Krush is chasing history. If she can find a way to win this year's U.S. Women's Championship, she would catch up with Gisela Gresser. For the most wins at 9, Irina started early. She was only 9 years old when she won her first major tournament, and in 1998 became the youngest woman player ever to win the U.S. Women's Championship at age 14. Irina crossed another milestone in 2013 to become the first American woman to earn the Grandmaster title after winning the New York Invitational. Just last year, Irina was also awarded the Cairns Chess Queens Award by Dr. Jeannie Sinquefield, a $100,000 award for women becoming a grandmaster. In this tournament, Irina will again be facing two-time U.S. chess champion Carissa Yip. We are watching a shot at history as Irina attempts to become only the second woman to claim the championship 9 times. Irina Krush is a women's chess powerhouse.
Carissa Yip has grown up before our eyes. After all, it was at age 10 that she defeated her very first grandmaster. Carissa is the defending champion of the U.S. Women's Championship, having won 3 times, 2021, 2023, and 2024, and her games against seasoned rival Irina Krush have been epic. Carissa is racing toward the GM title and has put her college career on hold to gain the award. Her wins at the U.S. Women's Championships have been impressive. In 2024, she won the first 8 games in a row in a race for the Bobby Fischer Award for an 11-game streak. Earlier this year at the 2025 Cairns Cup, she overcame a poor start, then won 4 games in a row and defeated her good friend Alice Lee for the title. Always fun to watch, Carissa Yip is part of the rich history of the U.S. Women's Chess Championships.